Kaya kanila టీవీలో వచ్చి వాట్ ఈస్ ఎక్స్టింగ్ Lord will. Halion. Tunawan.
Hello everyone. Let's start the session. Right. So yesterday we discussed some basic terms about web. What is web and the basic web terminology. And after understanding the web and web terminology, now today we are going to start working with the basic of web designing. Means developing the pages, setting up the and all. So already how do we set up the web server? Generally we learned the process, how to deal with that. So today we are going to discuss about how we can start designing and working with the web pages. So yesterday we discussed a few terms like what is website, application, blog, vlogs, and microblogs, wikis, podcasting, the URL and URI, browsers, web debuggers and all. So once we know this entire note, everything tomorrow, once we start our the registered session, I will share a private online repository. So where we will share all these notes and documentation to the registered people. Okay. And we will conduct backup also for the people who missed out the few first demo sessions. And today we will hear in the demo, this will be the last of our demo. So today we can discuss about how do we set up environment for working with web development at the basic level. So we are going to learn designing of static pages. For that we need to learn languages, and for that we need to set up the environment. So what is that we will see. So we are going to set up environment for designing web pages. For designing web application, you can say that. Set up environment for designing web application. What are the basic things you need to keep? Later, we will add some more detail into our environment. But initially, how do we set up environment for designing web applications? We will see that. Actually, first what we do is, first step, so we will download, means you have to download and install any package manager. So what is actually package manager? So from today onwards, we are going to learn development, practically designing everything. For that, we need to keep all the contents ready. We have to set up the environment. If you keep this all ready in your computers, we can start working now, practically. You download and install a package manager. Actually, package manager is a software tool used by web developers to install various libraries required for their development. Package manager is actually a software tool, and this software tool is used by web developers to install various libraries required for their development. For example, suppose we are designing web application. In that web application, we want library for jQuery. We want library for jQuery. We want library for Angular. We want library for React.js. We want library for different tools. Then actually how developer has to do. Suppose you are learning CSS. You want a Bootstrap library. Then actually what you have to do, go to the official website of Bootstrap. I'm showing actual process like getbootstrap.com. This is the official website of Bootstrap. We need to go to download. In the download, they will give you a download link. You download that, they will give you a zip file. You compress, you extract the zip file. It will give some files. You copy the files and come back to your project. And in the project, you paste those files and set in a folder and use that library. This is a lengthy process. Not only Bootstrap. For example, I want jQuery. If I want jQuery, I have to visit jQuery official website. Then in the jQuery official website, actually they will provide another facility called CDN. CDN means we can access directly the library from their website in our project and use. But that will be very risky while developing. Why? Because every time it has to connect to server, get the library from the server, it will take time. That's the reason better while designing, we first download and keep everything so that it is faster and easier in designing. Usually you see this is jQuery. They give a download option. You download jQuery and it will give a zip file. Again, uncompress them, copy them and use them. This is always a lengthy, risky process. That's the reason we use separate softwares called package managers. Package manager software, if you install this in your computer, now you can install any library easily. You can install any library easily just by running some commands. Some of the popular package managers, some of the popular package manager tools. So used by developers, we have like NPM, we have like Yarn, we have like Ruby Gems, you have like NuGet. So many package managers are there. We can use any package manager. And NPM is the good package manager because we later learn and use Node.js also. So NPM is a package manager which comes with Node.js. Later, we are going to learn Node.js as a server-side integrations and all. So that's the reason better we will go with this NPM. You can use any package manager. There is no restriction. You can use anything. So we can use Node package manager. So install npm on your PC. Install npm on your PC. Actually, npm is a Node package manager. It is Node package manager. How we install this Node? So let's see how do we install the package manager. How do we install the package manager and use that package manager? So what is the advantage of that? I will show you. So let's go to the official website of Node.js, nodejs.org download. You have to download Node.js. That means to install npm, you have to download Node.js. So what you have to do, I will show you. So you have to visit the official website of Node.js. This is official website of Node.js. So in this official website of Node.js, you download Node.js. You see it says that this download includes npm also. That means you download Node.js on your computer, then it includes npm. npm is a package manager, and it is open source, cross-platform. It is available for every operating system services. You can download according to your requirements. You download and install according to your requirements. So what you have to do is, so first step, you have to install. So that means you have to visit this website. So you have to visit this website. So this is the official website, right? You have to visit this website, and this is the website you need to visit. And here, what you have to do is, you download the .msi file. If you are using Windows OS, Windows operating system. Otherwise, you have other type of files you can do. MSI is an installer. So once you download that MSI file, now you can install from .msi, install from MSI. It is very simple. So you have to just follow next process. That means you download this for your bit size, and it will download just follow the steps, and it is ready. Now you can start working with that. Once you finished installing, so you once test it. So that means after installing, already in my computer I have installed that, so I don't need to follow these steps actually. So that means already the node, it will show you a setup, and we need to follow that. So run, and we need to follow. It is preparing for installing, and just you follow the steps that it configures. So just follow the steps. So no need to change anything here. So just click next installed. So you need to verify so whether properly installed and it is working or not, whether properly installed or working or not. So you just click next, accept the terms, and you just click on next, and so finish. So then it is done, right? It is setting up everything for us, right? Once Node.js is successfully so from the command prompt, so after installing, open your command prompt. Open your command prompt, and test the commands and test these two commands. Open the command prompt, and in the command prompt, so you have to test node-v. That is one command. And another command is npm-v. This is actually for node version, and this is for npm version, node and npm version. So it is done. So for my computer, that means once it is installed, you can after installing, open your command prompt, and from there you can test the version. So which version is installed, it will get you the version and display. If it is showing some command, like if it is showing something like invalid command, so it is not a valid recognized command, that means it is not machine. So make sure that the installation is not interrupted while you are installing and downloading, and everything is properly configured, right? So once the installation process is completed, so this is what you need to test. So the version of so which Node.js you are using. Make sure that, so suppose if you are already having Node.js in your computer, so here one important thing you need to note, that make sure that, so note, so you must have, so Node.js, you must have Node.js, so version 10x above. You must have Node.js version 10x above. That means many people several years back Node.js already, and they are now coming to learn the full stack development from us. In that case, they already have Node.js in their computers. So, but they may have an older version of Node.js. For dealing with the latest versions of latest technologies that we are learning here, we need to have 10x and higher version of Node.js. Make sure that you are downloading and installing this version. Now, once Yeah, is it audible? Little disconnected. Is it okay now? Okay, fine. Okay, let's continue. Right. So here we have installed the Node.js and we make sure that Node.js higher version is there. How to install various libraries that we will see later. Here, the command prompt. In the command prompt, we will just test here node-v. It will get the node version. So I have the latest version of node what is available. And similarly, npm-v. It will get the npm version we have. Get the npm version we are having. So node and npm version, these two are successfully there. That means now you can start with that. I will show you the process, how it makes easy. Later you will learn about it. So according to the situation we will use them. I will show you. Actually, for example, now we created a website. We learned how to create a website on IIS. And if you remembered, so we created a website on IIS. We are developing an application here. You see, we have a website and our website name is Amazon. And it's in this Amazon, I want to use jQuery. I want to use AngularJS. I want to use React, like technologies I want to use. I want to use Bootstrap. Then usually what we have to do is we have to install. How we need to install actually. As I told you, we have a lengthy process. But now how we install, for example, I will show you installing packages. But really we don't need them now. Later we'll see how we can use them. But you install the package manager, then you can verify how it is working. Is it working or not? Just for testing. How we generally install packages. Suppose, as I told you, suppose we want Bootstrap. So Get Bootstrap is the official site. Generally, we go to the download. In the download, we will download the files. And when you click on download, actually you can observe the actual process I am showing. When I click on download, a zip file will be given to us. You see a zip file downloaded. What we need to do is, so open the download location. Extract that folder. After extracting the folder, open the extracted folder. In that, again, we have some folders. You have to copy these folders and go back to your project physical path. Our project physical path is in C drive, we have Amazon. In this physical path, you have to maintain a folder. In that folder, you have to paste that library, whatever you have copied. This is lengthy process actually. And this is always risky. Why? Because generally sometimes what happens is several packages have dependency. Several packages have dependency issues. Dependency means a package requires another package. And when you are manually installing, if you installed one package and you forgot other dependent package, then it is incomplete, then it will not work properly. So, but what is advantage from package manager is you install from package manager, it will look for all the dependencies required and it will download them also and installs them. That means I will show you now how it becomes easy to install any library for our project. What we can do is now simply how to install. You have to open the physical path of your web application. So you have to open your physical path of your web application in command prompt. Currently in command prompt. Later we will use an editor. Later we will see an editor. So open the physical path. Open the physical path of your web application in command prompt. That means our physical path is it is in C:/Amazon as our project location. This is the physical path. Now what we have to do is, that means open that location here, CMD, open in the command prompt. That is opened. Now in this location, we want a library for jQuery. We want a library for Bootstrap. Then see what we have to do is, we have to just run a command called npm install bootstrap. npm install bootstrap. Remember, these package names are strictly typed. That means you have to type the package names correctly along with the versions if they have version also. If you mismatch anything, it cannot install. These commands are very much case sensitive and exact names you have to mention for packages. So for example, that means the problem is if I am not sure about the package name correctly and I am mismatching the spelling and it is saying that this package not found, this library not found, then what you can do is, actually we have to install in this way. That means what you have to do, so install by using the following command, following syntax. Install by using the following syntax. What is the syntax? Is that here we have in our Amazon library, here we have to say npm install and the package name. We have to define that package name. That means like we have Amazon and npm install and the package name. The package name is like Bootstrap, like jQuery, like Angular, so like this, etc. The package names we can define. So either Bootstrap or jQuery or Angular. So here the key point, again here the important point is, so if you are not sure about the package names and their versions, then you can get help from their from official website, from their official website. And the official website of package manager is actually, the official website of the package manager is actually, so the official website is this. What is the official website is? You can open npm npmjs.org. This is the official website. This is the official website, npmjs. So this is the official website. You can get it from there. So you can get it from here, npmjs.com. You can get it from there. That means what you can do is you can visit this website, and here there is an option, search packages. So you can type which package you are looking for. Here you may misspell, it will correct you, it will give you suggestions, right? Suppose I said jQuery and search, then it will show you. So jQuery JavaScript library, that is the package name. You click on that jQuery, then it will show you the information about the package, and right side you can see it will show you how to install, and how to install npm install jQuery. I is shortcut for install, and it will give you all the information how to install jQuery from different package managers. We have like Babel, so we have like Node, we have like other package managers, it will show. So usually, so after installing, how to configure it, how to use it, what is the library name, all that information it will show. What is advantage here is you can come here and you can also know about the problems in that library, issues in the library, versions of the library, because you cannot blindly use any library without knowing it, without it. So because some your company is using a different version and you downloaded a different version, then issues will come. The reason better we need to follow, so better we need to follow a certain approach. So before you download and install, better you come here and you know about your library, and then you can install and use it. You will get issues about whatever issues are there, whatever latest updates are happening on that. So they will give you all the information here. That will be better. So this you will see later when you are working with practically all types of other tools also, right? Actually, so this is the official website from where you can get help about the packages. Because if you misspell the package names, their versions, then it is difficult to install them here. So what is advantage? Observe carefully. I simply said npm installed Bootstrap and hit enter. Then what it will do is it will connect to the Bootstrap official website. It will download the library for you, and it will add that library to your project physical path. You can see it is successfully installed. Observe carefully in your project location. You will find here a new folder called Node Modules. Node Modules. So this folder we haven't created manually. Automatically it downloaded that folder for us. It will get the Node Modules. And important is in the Node Modules, so it will configure everything. So you have to just run this command. So npm install Bootstrap from command prompt. So that is what I have given here in the note, right? We have to just run the command npm install and the package name. And you can see that. So here what you will observe is, so the packages that you have installed, the packages related, the packages library is maintained in a special folder called node_modules. It is maintained in a special folder called Node Modules. So this Node Modules is a special folder. All the packages library is maintained in this Node Modules. You can observe here, you can see that I open the physical path and I open this Node Modules. In the Node Modules, you have now Bootstrap. Similarly, you can install jQuery, you can install Bootstrap, everything. Suppose I will go one more time here and I will write here npm I for install, and we are using jQuery. Now hit enter. It will download and install jQuery for our project. Download and install jQuery for our project, right? So if you have installed it successfully, then you can go here and you can see in the node modules, now jQuery also there. And when we open jQuery, all its library files will be here. And Bootstrap related library files are present here. Now, one more important thing you need to know is, so once you install anything for your project, so all the library is present here in the node modules folder. Not only that, another point is actually the packages and their versions related information is present in a special file, and you can see that special file. So in our project, you can see one more special file added called package lock.json. So it is a package lock.json. So that file is package lock.json. That means whatever the packages you installed for your project, which version of package you have installed for your project, all that information is present here. This is very helpful later to update the packages, to reinstall the packages which are missing from our project. If any package is missing accidentally, so it is deleted. So then means that library is deleted. You can update from this package lock.json, which you will learn. We will see how to deal with that. Initially, you can observe there is another file called package lock.json. Let's open this in simple notepad. Open with notepad and observe here. This is that file. It says that, so currently in your computer, you have Bootstrap package and its version is 4.5.2. You have jQuery and its version is this. All the packages related information is here. Now, important is later once we want to update the packages or we want to reinstall the packages which are missing, all the information about package you can get from this file. So later you are going to learn how to deal with these files. So no need to worry, because this is your just beginning concept of learning about it. So initially, to work with HTML, to work with simple JavaScript, you don't need any packages. So, but in HTML, in JavaScript, until you finish HTML and JavaScript, you don't need special packages. But we will install some packages and use them in HTML to make our HTML learning better. Like some symbols, icons, we will get and use. That means we will not learn like only HTML. We will learn HTML with more advanced integrations so that we can build complex and better applications in the initial stages itself. So that makes good in development process. That is the reason in the first sessions, I am showing you how you keep your environment ready to start developing an application. So we need a package manager. And the process, how do we install this package manager? How do we set up environment for the package manager? So this is the process. So at the end, today I will upload this into the GitHub, but this is only the last document on the GitHub. So you can see and you can practice this from the GitHub, right? I will give you the link of the GitHub at the end, right? Initially, so this is the first step. That means you need to download and install a package manager. And which package manager we are installing? NPM. We are installing Node Package Manager. How to install the Node Package Manager? The process I given here. You can visit the official website of Node.js and download that MSI file. After installing, you have to check the version from your command prompt. After that, you can go to the physical path of your project and you can install the packages that you want. Currently, we don't need any packages, but you can just try different packages. If you are confused about the packages and their names and versions, you can visit the official site of NPM, from where you will get the information about the packages. So how to get a library for required for our development process is ready. So that concept is ready. So we have learned how to get the library. So package, what is the purpose of package? Package manager. After this, the second point is we need to download and install any editor. So we need a code editor. Code editor is nothing but, again, so the code editor is nothing but the concept of code editor actually. So what is the concept of code editor actually? The concept of code editor, nothing but code editor is editor provides an IDE. It is an integrated development environment. Code editor actually provides an IDE, integrated development environment. So that means it provides an environment for developer, which allows to build, to debug, to test, and deploy applications. That means you can design the application, you can find the bugs, problems in that application, you can debug it, you can test it, you can deploy it. Actually, so we can do that from different locations. So generally we can manage that from different locations. So that means what we can do is, suppose if anyone asks, like, suppose you are you heard about any technology like Java, .NET, C, like that. So we can write a Java program or a C program in Notepad. We can write, no problem, we can write. We written a program in Notepad, then we have to go to command prompt. From there we have to compile. After compiling, we have to go to some other browser or some other tool where we need to see the output. That means a developer needs to switch between different softwares for building the application, debugging the application, testing the application. But these editors will provide one environment from where he can do all the work. That means you can build application, you can debug application, you can test application, you can deploy application, you can do everything. From one location. That is why it is called integrated development environment. And actually, there are so many code editors. You can use different types of code editors. There are various code editors. So you can see here, editorconfig.org. This is a website. Here you will find the list of all editors, various types of editors used across. So this is an ID. It provides an ID. This is an official website of code editors actually. So why I am showing you all these websites, because this is where you will find the official source. We are not learning anything from this website. We are just knowing about their resource locations. That means original locations. Because many people, while practicing, they Google, and on Google, so many people will post so many details. Then better, instead of following any person who anonymously posting the data, posting the queries and answers, better follow from the people who built it. So better follow from the people who know better than all others in the world, right? That is the reason. So if you know these resources, locations, then you will get more clarity. If you get any problem in future, you can come here, you can verify once, right? The point is, you see, these are all the editors. So many editors are present. These are all the editors. So we have so many editors. You can see these are all editors. We have different types of editors. Different types of editors. These are all various types of editors. So that means we can use these editors. We can use these editors. Some of the editors which regularly known, some of the editors regularly known to developers and use them. Actually, the popular editors, code editors like, code editors are like, we have Visual Studio Code. So we have Sublime. So we have like brackets. So we have like webs from. So we have like Eclipse. So many are there. Dreamweaver, so many. I showed you list now. So many are there. Now, don't ask, can I use that? Can I use this? If you know that it is an editor, you can use it because hundreds are there. Now, many people come with a question, sir, can I use that editor? Can I use this? You can use any editor. We don't care, right? But we will prefer Visual Studio Code. We will download and install Visual Studio Code. So why? Because it is free, it is open source, it is cross-platform, and it provides a lot of good plugins, and it is supported by one of the major people like Microsoft. Microsoft supports this Visual Studio Code, and it is free, open source, and cross-platform. That is enough. And it has good plugins, and it has good extensions for modern development process. So we will better go with this. So this is enough for anything. You can even build your .NET applications here. You can build PHP here. You can use your Java here. You can use Python here. So you can build any type of applications here in Visual Studio Code. You can do that. So later it will be very helpful for us for React or for Angular or for other. So then better we will follow this. I already told you, you can use any editor, right? You can use any editor. So, but our entire development process. So you install Visual Studio Code. You install Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code editor. So you install this editor. So how to get that editor? That's also very simple. What you can do is just you need to visit the official website of Visual Studio Code. And this is the Visual Studio Code official location. And from this location, you can download. This is the official location of Visual Studio Code. You can download for various operating systems. It is open source. It runs everywhere. It provides great plugins which allows us to build applications faster and easier. It would have a good IntelliSense support. So we can download this. We can install for our computer. Already in my computer, I have downloaded. I have this. You can download from this location. That's the path I will just give here. So for that, you visit. So visit this location. So So you visit and you download and install for your OS, your operating system, right? Once you download and install this Visual Studio Code, so you will see in the programs, you will find this Visual Studio Code. This is Visual Studio Code. Don't get confused with Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code. There are two, Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is enough for us. We don't need any Visual Studio, right? Search for Visual Studio Code, you will get that. I given you a link directly. You can download. This is the Visual Studio Code. And actually, this Visual Studio Code official home page looks like this. That means this is the Visual Studio Code official page. It looks like this. This is the Visual Studio Code home page. So once you have this, once you code, I will give you some list of extensions and plugins. You keep them ready in this. How to use this Visual Studio Code every day, we are going to learn with it, right? Step by step, day by day, we will explore so many things here. Observe carefully here. So in this Visual Studio Code, so in the left panel, you will find extensions. So you will find extension. So in order to start developing and working with a project, so you need some extensions, because Visual Studio by default will not give all extensions. You have to add the extensions as per requirement. So go to this extensions, and in the extensions, I will give some list of extensions. You install them. That means after installing Visual Studio Code, so open Visual Studio Code, then go to extensions, and install the following extensions. What are the extensions you need initially? First extension you need is Live Server. You install an extension called Live Server. The first extension you need is Live Server. So Live Server, it starts a server to test your pages, because your pages and your application need to be tested. For that, we need a server. Already you saw that I asked you about IIS. I showed you how to install IIS, but even you don't have IIS, you install this Live Server. It will maintain an internal server for you, and it will use that server to run your pages, to run your application, to test. You can say that to test your application, to run and test your application. So you need a Live Server. So how to use that, you are going to learn, right? So in the extensions here, search for Live Server. You search for Live Server. It will give you a Live Server plugin. This is the Live Server plugin. And you download this Live Server. So how you can download? There will be a button called install. Already have installed it. You click on install. So remember, when you are installing these extensions, several similar names will be there. Don't get with that. Why? Because sometimes if you download a wrong extension, it will not work as we are expecting, because we are discussing about a different server. You install something else. So you use this Live Server. Better I will give the name of the author, so who is responsible for this Live Server, so that you can get exactly that, right? This is the author who is responsible for that. So that means this is the person who built it. So then you can better go with that. So that is the name. So that is Ria. So you better follow this. Otherwise, sometimes what happens is you install a wrong, because with the same name, several will be there. With the same name, several will be there, right? So initially, this is fine. So that means you have a live server. So live server is responsible for starting and testing your application. You can see already we have a project. Live server is installed. What is our project? Open folder. Go to file menu, open folder, and the folder is Amazon. Okay, that is our C drive Amazon. That is our project folder. And you can see that this is the project folder. And in the project folder, so we created some index.html, some products.html like pages. Suppose there is index.html. So I am right clicking on this page and open with live server. Then automatically it will open a server. It will start your application on that server and it will show the preview. So earlier I showed you we have to create a website on iOS. That is good. That is the actual way how we generate. But in development, this will be easy every day. So you can just run on live server and we can see what is happening on our application. How to design HTML, that we are going to learn in the next session. How to create the web pages. We are just learning about how do we set up the environment. How do we set up the environment? Later, working with this environment, you will see. Detailedly, we will discuss about that. So you install live server. One more you install. So another plugin called VS Code Icons. VS Code Icons. So Visual Studio Code Icons, VS Code Icons. That will be easy for a learner to easily understand the files and their extensions. Actually, VS Code Icons, that is, go to extensions, you download another extension called VS Code Icons. So this is VS Code Icons. You download this VS Code Icons extensions. So VS Code Icons, yeah. So you download this VS Code Icons. What is the advantage of this VS Code Icons is nothing but, generally, whenever you are giving a name, whenever you are adding a file, later I will show you how to add files and all. Suppose I am adding a name .css, and according to that CSS, it will give the CSS icon. If I say HTML, it will give HTML icon. If I say JS, it will give JavaScript icon. So say Java, some Java icon. It will be easy for developer, easy to understand So understand this is Python icon. Which type of file it is. Of course, without that also no problem. But if you have good icons, then easily by watching that you can identify which one which file it is actually. So it is good to keep this extension. So now once you have this everything ready, now we can start building applications. We can start designing applications, and we can start working with the application step by step. Daily we are going to handle this now. Now what we are going to learn here first is, that means all the environment is ready. And once all the environment is ready, now we can start designing the websites. And for that, we are going to learn HTML language. This is first we are going to discuss. And what is HTML? How to design pages with HTML, that we are going to learn. That we will see in our next session. And no more demos now. So from next session, we have sessions only for registered people. And from next session, we will start practically working with this. So meanwhile, these notes I will upload into the GitHub. So you people can try this. And for the registered people, tomorrow I will check with everyone whether they have installed it or not. If you are facing any problem, I can access your machine. I can check what the problem you are facing. And once you are good with the environment, then we can start learning. Practically, we will resolve every problem that you are facing, right? Then tomorrow we will continue with this. And tomorrow we are going to start learning with HTML, right? Yeah, we will give backup for the people who have missed the sessions and who registered with us, right? You always need to install the stable one, right? Yeah. That you will learn once you start learning about it. Right. Anything to download, you need internet, right? Without internet, you can't download, Mr. Vishnu. Yes. Any doubts?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, for installing npm.
Hello.
Yeah, for
Hello.
installing. Hello, sir. Yeah, for installing npm, we have installed the Node.js.
Hmm.
Install independently npm. It's mandatory to install Node.js.
Node.js comes, npm comes with Node.js.
Okay, so means it's mandatory. We have to install the Node.js for npm.
Otherwise, other dependencies will have a problem. You have to think about dependencies also
Okay.
as a developer, right?
Okay.
हेलो
Yes.
सर मैंने डाउनलोड किया था npm नोड पैकेज मैनेजर जिसमें सर इसका नोड का वर्जन शो कर रहा है बट npm का वर्जन शो ही नहीं कर रहा है बोलता इज नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज्ड पीपल
Tomorrow you come with the link. So tomorrow I will access your machine and I will see you if there is any problem. Okay.
ओके सर
So if you are registered, so the new link, registered link will be sent to you through the email by our admin, right? And if you are facing any problem in installing all this, I will access your machines and I will see that practically.
Hello.
And meanwhile, this is
Hello.
the link where we will upload the note of today. Okay.
Hello. 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 Kimuna. ये जो सर एक्चुअली डेमो क्लास एक्चुअली से जो 9ଟା 10ଟା ଆଉ କାଲି ବାବୁର ହବନି ଆଉ ଏଇଆ ହବ। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ଆଉ ତ କଣ ଯିବୁ ନା ମିଟିଂ ନା କଣ?
Yes. Any more doubts? Anyone? I hope you are clear with all this. Right from tomorrow, we are going to start only for registered people, right? Right. No more demos. Meanwhile, today's notes I uploaded into the GitHub link. You can go through that. From tomorrow onwards, we will not continue that GitHub link. We will have a private classroom link. I will give you that on tomorrow's session when you log in, right? Yeah.
तू तो काय कोई नहीं चलता?
Yes. Any doubts? Any more?
Oh.
You can set up this environment and come, right? If you are facing any problem, I can access your machine and I can see, right, what problem you are facing.
ସେତେବେଳେ ତ କାହିଁ ଆସିଥିଲୁ କହିଲୁନି କିଛି?
So if you registered, you can contact the admin, right? So Ramesh, so I am sending his details one more time. Right, he will give you all the link and details. If you have any
ଆଉ
queries, you can
ମା
contact him.
କହିଲୁ ନା? ନାଇଁ ଯୋଉ ବାପାଙ୍କୁ କହିଲୁ ନା? ବାପା କଣ କହିଲେ? ନା ମୁଁ ଏଇଠି ବସିଛି, ଯାଇନି ସେଠି।
Right, hope you are clear with this. Then from tomorrow, actually, we are going to start working with HTML now. Practically working with HTML, designing of pages and all the project-based environment, we are going to learn tomorrow onwards practically.
ଆଗେ
No more that
ଦିଟା କଣ
here,
ଆଗେ
right?
ଗୋଟେ ଆଗେ
So
ଆସିଛି
that will be only for registered
ତାପରେ
sessions, right? Okay then. Thank you very much.
ସିଏ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ନା ଶାଶ୍ୱତ?
And that registered link will be sent to you. For the registered people, our
ଗୋଟେ
admin
କଣ
will
ଗୋଟେ?
send you. So
ଦିଟା
you can contact him
ଦିଟା
if you
ଆମର
want
ଦିଟା।
to register or any queries are there related to this. Okay.
ନା ଯୋଉ ଭଳିଆ ଘଟଣା ଘଟୁଛି ବୁଝିପାରୁନି, କେତେବେଳେ କଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ଆକ୍ସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଦୁନିଆ କିଛି ହଉଛି, କେତେ ଘଟଣା ଅଛି, କେତେବେଳେ ଉପରକୁ ଅନେଇଥିବୁ। ବୁଝିଲ, ଦିଟା ମାନେ ଦିଟା ଜାଣିପାରୁନୁ, କେତେ କଣ ଘଟଣା ଘଟୁଛି ତୁ କିଛି ବୁଝିପାରୁନୁ। ବୁଝୁଛ ନା? ନା ନା ସେମିତି ନାହିଁ। ନା ଭାଇ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? ଗୋଟେ କଣ ଗୋଟେ, କେତେବେଳେ କଣ କାହାର କଣ ହବ ଠିକ କଣ ଅଛି ନା? ଆଜ୍ଞା ହଉ, ତାପରେ ବାପା ବୁଝିଲ ନା, ବାବା ପାଟି କରିବେ। ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଆଜ୍ଞା ହଉ, ତାପରେ ଦେଖିବା ଆଉ। ଭଲ। ଖୁସି କଣ, ଆଗେ ହେଇସାରୁ ତାପରେ ଖୁସି। ଯାହା ଝିଅକୁ ଆଜି କଣ, ଝିଅ କେତେ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି? ନା ଖୁସି କଣ, ମୋର ଯା ହେଲେ ପୁଅ ଝିଅ ସେମିତି ଅଛି। ଡକ୍ଟର କହିছে ନା? ଡକ୍ଟର ତତେ କଣ କହିଛି ଏବେ? କିଛି କହିନି? ଓହୋ। ଡକ୍ଟର ଦେଖେଇ ଦଉନୁ 5 ଦିନ ପରେ। ନା 1 ତାରିଖ କଣ ଏବେ ଏଇ କିଛି ଦିନ ଭିତରେ ଦେଖେଇତେ ଯାଇକି ତାପରେ ପୁଣି 1 ତାରିଖ ବେଳକୁ ଯିବୁ। ନା ବୁଢୀକି ପଚାର ବୁଢୀ କଣ କହୁଛି। ହୁଁ। ଆଉ ବାପାଙ୍କ ବାପା କଣ କହିଲେ? ହଁ ହଉ। କୋଉଠି ମଡେଲ କଣ ସେ ଇଏ କୋଉଠି ଯାଇଥିଲା କି ସେ ସମିତି? ନା ନା ଭଲ ଡାକ୍ତର ପାଖକୁ ଯିବୁ ବୁଝିଲ ନା। ହୁଁ ହୁଁ। ଆଉ ସବୁ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଏବେ ଭାଇ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି? ଆଉ କାହା କିଛି କରୁଛି? ଆଉ ଥରେ ଯାଇ କେତେ ରକ୍ତ ଦେଖିଦବୁ ଆଉ। ହୁଁ 7 ଦିନ ପରେ ଯାଇ ଦେଖିଦବୁ ଆଉ। ଆଉ କଣ କହୁଛୁ? ଆଉ କଣ ଖାଇଥିଲୁ କଣ ତୁ? ତମର ତ ଦୋକାନ ଅଛି ଆଉ କଣ ଟିଫିନ ପାଇଁ ଦବାକୁ କଣ ଦରକାର? କିଏ ମଝିଆ ଯୋଉ